All right, welcome back to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris and I'm here to bring the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh and I will be bringing the low rev perspective.
Today we're gonna be taking a look at the brand new Ebonite The One Ovation, and I'm gonna be comparing that to the Rotogrip Gremlin and the DV8 Severe Collision.
And I'll be comparing it to the Combat and the DV8 Hater Pearl. These comparisons will give us and you an idea of what these pieces look like going down the lane. Today we are here on a transitioned house shot at Mesa East. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe and we'll see you out on the lanes.
All right, after seeing the One Ovation go down the lane, personally I think this was kind of a really nice blend of being clean but also being pretty strong off the end of the pattern. I'm not too much of a fan of the super clean asymmetric pearls that are really quick to friction. This one is quite a bit smoother and a little bit more forward through the pins. Personally, I really like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and compare it to the Rotogrip Gremlin. All right, after seeing the Gremlin go down the lane, this one is definitely a cleaner, weaker option than the Ovation was. Personally, I feel like I saw it go down the lane quite a bit further and it was a little bit quicker to friction. The Ovation was a little bit smoother and a little bit more rounded off of it. So now I'm gonna go and compare that to the DV8 Severe Collision. The Severe Collision, to my eye, was definitely a little bit stronger than the One Ovation. I had to be a little bit further to the right and kind of closer to the friction just because of how smooth it wanted to be off of it compared to the Ovation. Didn't want to continue through the pins quite as much. More overall rounded and a little bit more forward. So Ovation definitely fits in between the Severe Collision and the Gremlin. All right, final thoughts on the One Ovation. Personally, I felt really comfortable throwing this one, especially kind of where I had to play on the lane. I feel like it really suited the pattern that was out here today. Felt like I had kind of missed room anywhere. It looked really good when I kind of opened up my angles and got it to the friction, but it also wanted to read the pattern in the oil, which a few of the shots here today with the other balls kind of never really saw it when I got it left and in the oil. I mean, this one actually looked really good when I did that. So I think I'm going to have to give this one a fire. I really liked it.
Just wrapped up throwing 10 shots with the new One Ovation. This ball for me, really liked the way it's shaped. They started to hook a little bit at this point, but I felt like this ball for me, even though it was a cleaner ball, I feel like I could still miss in the oil and actually trust it to want to shape a little bit. When I got it to the friction here at Mesa East, I feel like any ball, when you get it to the friction, it's gonna hook at some point. It just really depends on when, and for me, I felt like this ball allowed me to miss a little right early and kind of get away with it, which I really liked because for how much they're hooking right now, I kind of had to keep my angles more open, and I'm not super comfortable with that, but this ball allowed me just to be a little bit more comfortable doing that, even though that may not be my A game. And I really like that. Again, when the ball allows me to still miss and end up being okay, that's when you know the ball's good. And for me, I felt like that ball really fit in that category. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Combat and see how it compares. Just threw 5 shots with the Combat. This ball I felt like was just a smidge cleaner. They were pretty close, so I'm being pretty picky, but I did feel like the Combat gave me a slightly better shape. I felt like, again, it just picked up and just the right area for me, and I felt like it was just a hair more smoother and controllable going through the pins. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Hater Pearl and see how it compares. Just threw 5 shots with the Hater Pearl. I immediately felt like this ball hooked a little bit earlier, and it was a little bit more forward than the one. I also felt like I had to be a little straighter with it and play the hold because the friction, it just immediately hooked and really had no chance of staying in the pocket. But again, for what we're bowling on right now, not the first ball I'd pick. I just felt like it was too early, too forward. But again, compared to the one, I would say a step up a little bit earlier. If you put surface on the Hater, I feel like you could fit both of them in your bag. But if they're both shiny, they may be just a smidge too close, but definitely a bigger ball than the one. Final thoughts on the One Ovation. For me, I felt like this ball gave me a really good shape going down the lane. This is actually the one that I've thrown out of any of the One series, and I really like the shape of it. It wasn't my favorite shape. I felt like there's, right now at this time, I feel like there's other balls that do what this one does, just slightly better. So again, competition out there is it's tough with asymmetrical pearls right now. I still really like the shape. Just again, I would like to see it maybe with a little bit of surface just to see what it does, because if it hooks a little sooner, I think it would be a little bit more versatile on a couple different other patterns, just because I feel like it was just a hair too clean for how big the core was. Final thoughts on the One Ovation. For me, I feel like this ball would typically fit in between meh and fire, but for today I'm gonna have to put it in meh. I did strike a bit with it, but again, I feel like it could have been better, and for that reason I'm giving it a meh. I didn't feel like it was a bad ball. I just felt like could have been a little better than what it is.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.